been a while since the monkeys have been out, but I'm going to take this one a little bit more seriously. Can't stop moving my head, and I'm off center to the camera. This is for everybody in the entire world. For those who believe in any religion at all, for those who believe in something, for those who majorly believe in themselves and know that if they do well and do right, that they will be deadly do right to everybody that is next to them, and they will have a good and smooth ride because friends will be all around. Now, I'm not really too keen on the religion part, but to me, religion should actually mean to understand what love is. Love is communication. Therefore, you got a religion, and your religion is to know how to love, means to know how to communicate. Bingo. We just did all the religions into one. But before you can start with any of this, the primary in this religion is to tell the truth, to know the truth, because you're always mirrored by whatever you speak. The nothing that you have forgotten of what you know now has never left the motherboard at all. For whatever you say will always be in your head. So for anybody thinking of writing a note or a letter to someone, don't worry if it doesn't get there. Once you put the stamp on that envelope, once you have picked up that pen, that you have written something down, once you have taken out your creative mind and have made that thought, you have already delivered the letter, and it has already been received. For the better understanding is, how are you? Nowadays, we can send things on the phone. Back when we didn't have the phone, well, we weren't really sending out many birthday cards, but we were getting together. Because back then, it was getting together that was the present of all, and the presence of all who were there. And those who were not, the and the invited, some which were talking about it, and others couldn't care less. But all in all, whoever knew, they knew, and it happened in their life, whether they were there or whether they were not. So whatever you want to write from the bottom of your heart, write it out. If you throw it in the garbage, then you wrote it to yourself. And that's just as good as writing it to somebody else. Because who not write to than your own self? To know oneself is to be able to know others better. Never think you're better than anyone. Just it's better to know. So along with the love and the heart and the trust and the truth goes 10, 20, and 30. T, T, and T. The tic-tac-toe, the oxen and the bull, the exo, the two lovers that have come together. The vol, or the love, is just 3 letters that have been put backwards. But it's a robbery and it's a thievery, because love, vol, is from French to English. Yeah, vol! From one language to another. Who said what and why, and what do we really know? Well, we're going to work on that in the future. But it's Christmas time, and that all it means is, it's trying to remind you, you should have been smiling for 364 days before this. Now you have another date to think of, it's tomorrow. But don't get overly excited, because everybody knows. Once you're too excited, once you get too high, there of course is a balancing down. So try not to get higher than 7 out of 10. And let the interior that is high stay in your mind for your memories of tomorrow, in which will balance out every other day because of yesterday. So no matter how you sleep and what you do tomorrow, it's always about the day after. Raphael 7286. And the constellation of Pegasus. Oh, you see these guys are still hanging around. Well, it's been 50-something years since the monkeys, and I've been listening to them, so I figure I hang them up. When I be listening to the Rolling Stones, I'll go out into the garden and get a big rock. Of course, you won't be seeing me. I'll just show you my head. Good enough for a rock, isn't it? Probably the hardest egg you've ever seen. 7286. Thank you.